Hello everyone, hope you're well. Hope you're well in this era that we find ourselves in, where it feels like every day we wake up and it's some strange film that we're part of, and we know the end to the story, we know the end to the film, but we're just stuck watching it unfold. So let's review some news, because I feel that it's very important, more important than ever. So anyone who tells you to not look at the news right now, I'd be very wary of that person, for the simple fact that we need to know what tools are being used against the populace, so that we therefore know what we're up against when we go out into the world with these people, okay? We need to know how they're being lied to, how they're being manipulated, divided, why they're angry, who their anger is directed at. So let's get on with it. So one headline, I'm not even going to go into it, okay? But it says here, the white privilege of being arrested. I'm not even going to go into the article, but the simple fact that what they're doing here is they're trying to divide the people again into race, religion, whatever it might be. So here's another example, so don't fall for it, okay? So here we have a headline, and it says, a German veterinary clinic has trained sniffer dogs to detect CV in human saliva samples with 94% accuracy. The dogs are conditioned to pick up the corona odour that comes from cells in infected people. Okay, so is that a sign of things to come now? Will they be using these dogs everywhere you go? And if they sniff you, they then have the right to say that you have corona and can do what they like with you, I guess. So yeah, that's that. Now this is not good, guys. People ignoring cancer symptoms for fear of catching CV or to avoid strain on the NHS. People with the deadliest types of cancer are less likely to seek medical treatment now than at the start of this all happening. Campaigners, survivors and the government are worried that people are ignoring symptoms or delaying medical appointments to avoid placing extra strain on the NHS. So we spoke about this many months ago, and unfortunately, if this is a real story, then it just shows that is the case. So, people with real serious problems that need to be attended to are being brainwashed and manipulated into thinking that they're not worthy of seeking that treatment because the NHS is under strain. Remember, the NHS, were happy to do their TikTok videos of nurses dancing. Just always remember that, guys. Okay, so that's that. So that's very worrying. I would advise anyone who has serious medical issues, to not worry about the strain on the NHS. That's what it's for. It's for sick people to try and help them. Also look for some kind of alternative medicines as well. Plant-based medicines is always something worthwhile looking into. CBD oil can help with a lot of issues. Most illnesses are inflammatory, so something that is anti-inflammatory is always good, and especially if it doesn't have any harmful side effects like man-made drugs and medicines do. So Harry Dunn, alleged killer, was an intelligence worker, her lawyer confirms. So maybe is that why there's been such an issue? Yeah. Now, I haven't looked into that, but now that I've heard that it's about an intelligence, part of the intelligence agencies, then I might look into that a bit further. But yeah, interesting, isn't it? Now, more sort of fear. CV19, Chinese police break up group selling fake vaccines to other countries. More than 80 suspected members of criminal group was manufacturing and selling fake vaccines. Okay, so now they're putting into the fear of people, is it a genuine one? Is it a fake one? It's just more fear, more worry. I would say the best thing to do is not have it at all. Be blessed with the immune system that you have. Your immune system is very strong. Do not let it be attacked by foreign bodies. That's what I will say for that, yeah? Now, it says here, no date has been set for when quarantine hotels will be made mandatory in England, but the Health Secretary has promised strong action at the border to protect against new variants. This is what we don't want. We don't want them to use this as an excuse to close borders and not allow people in and out of countries and in and out of counties, and allow the free flow of money being spent in these places and boosting tourism and boosting, certain towns and cities. Yeah? We don't want this. We're against this. So yeah, no date for quarantine hotels, but Matt Idiot promises strong border action to protect against variants. Now this whole variants thing is a load of rubbish, okay? You know, you could literally think of any sort of, the Bristol variant, you know, be wary of the Bristol variant, yeah? So they had this video of supposedly someone mocking Chris Whitty, saying that he's a liar, blah, blah, blah. And then Matt Hancock says, I think the individual concerned is pathetic. I think it's ridiculous what he's doing. Chris Whitty is one of our greatest living scientists. Is he? Right, I wasn't aware of that. Let's go through the extensive list of things that he's contributed, shall we? Chris Whitty is one of our greatest living scientists. That's what Matt Hancock says. Yeah. Dear, oh dear. Chris Whitty is a scientist of great repute, and frankly, he should be respected by everybody. I don't respect government. Do you know why? Because they're liars and they control your minds. That's what the word government means. To govern, to control your mentality, your mental state. So, to control your mental state. That's what it's for, the government. More division. Again, using the VACCINE. It disgusts me, it says here, how a wealthy couple lied to get a vaccine meant for indigenous people. Canadian casino executive and his wife sneaked into remote town to get injections that were meant for the older population. So now you got people lying and manipulating and deceiving because they're so desperate to get this jab, supposedly. Remember, read what you see. Take what you read with a pinch of salt. Wonder whether it's biased, whether it's real, whether it's there for reaction. Okay? That's what we do. We study, we analyse, we review the news. Okay? We don't ignore it like some people who put their head in the sand and then they wonder why things are all going wrong because they haven't been keeping an eye on what the government is lying to its own people. We're the minority, so therefore you need to know what the majority, how they're being brainwashed and manipulated and deceived and divided. You need to know that. If you don't know that, you're not a responsible adult. Okay? It says here, delaying the second dose of Pfizer jab may leave the elderly at risk of catching the South African variant. So now they're saying that unless you have your second dose, you may get the South African variant. Do you see what I mean? It's just another little, probably fake incentive, to make you have the second jab. And then if you don't have the third jab, you'll get the Bognor Regis variant. And then if you don't get the fourth jab, you're going to get the Accrington Stanley variant. Accrington Stanley, who are they exactly? Yeah. So unless you have your fifth jab, you're going to get the Accrington Stanley variant. So, we said from all along that the major companies are going to make millions from this event, and here's another example for you. Apple figures out how Face ID can work even if you're wearing a mask. Buy an Apple Watch. So what they're saying is, even if you're wearing a mask, which I don't advocate on this channel, none of my family wear one, we don't even own one between us, and I don't wish for anyone to wear them. I don't believe you need to wear them. I believe wearing them causes more damage than anything else, okay? So now they're saying, look, you can still wear your mask with your Apple. if you buy an Apple Watch. So they want you to spend more money for the privilege of wearing a mask. Oh, that's nice, Apple. You really are a beautiful company, aren't you? Making millions off a so-called pandemic where supposedly people are passing because of it. But you get more money because now you're encouraging people to buy the Apple Watch as well. Pretty much a scumbag move, that, isn't it, guys? So another variant, right? We had the South African one. Now we got the Kent variant. So it says here, new mutation of Kent variant discovered that could more easily evade immune system and the VACCINE. Okay, so now they're telling you there's a Kent variant of the virus. It's just, come on, really? You're gonna go like this, yeah? They really have got the wool over people's eyes, haven't they? And also here it says Nicola Sturgeon extends Scottish lockdown until end of February with gradual easing from early March. So they've extended their lockdown until the end of February. But like I've said for months and months and months, lockdown doesn't mean anything to me. I go out as I please. I didn't used to go out loads anyway. As a family, we go out, get things done and come back and enjoy our beautiful home with our beautiful neighbours and our beautiful community. That's what we do. So the lockdown doesn't really affect me. The only way it affects me is certain shops and businesses are going to close, and therefore people will lose their jobs and they'll be unemployed, and you know what I mean? That's how it affects me. I don't want people to be in misery. I want people to be happy. I want to unite the people and we fight the evil, you know? So Captain Sir Tom Moore passes with CV aged 100, okay? So he was 100, right? So he's going to pass any day now. But what they do is they put in the CV there as a bit of, you know, oh, look, our hero, our legend has passed with it as well. But look, they say with, not from. They're very careful to say it's not from it, it's with it. So he was going to pass anyway. Okay, and it just so happens that he had a CV, yeah? So he passed with it, not from it. Massive, massive difference. And if you don't know the difference, then come on, wake up. Wake up, all right? So it's propaganda. They're telling you that this so-called hero and legend of the people passed with CV, not from it. He was 100 years old. He was going to pass anyway. They just put that CV in there because it's propaganda. They use him as a tool, as a pawn, okay? And the amount of people, this is Rupley, yeah? The amount of people that I've seen on Rupley around fake events is just crazy. Look, anyone recognise this gentleman here? Looking straight at the camera. I do. But yeah, it's funny how many Rupley videos I see people, and they're on my panel, people on my panel as well that have been on Rupley. It's crazy. So where are we now? Right, so believe it or not, guys, this was the other day, okay? So obviously you can see thousands of people, yeah? Thousands of people, look. Everywhere you look, just packed. Now this is a funeral, supposedly. Okay? In Jerusalem. Okay? So this is in Jerusalem. Now, you tell me if there's social distance in there. Please tell me if you can see social distance in there. So why is it alright for Jerusalem? Why is it alright for Jerusalem to do this? But we can't, you know, stand in a group of 6 or whatever. It's a joke. So in Jerusalem, it's fine. Yeah. And I'm looking here. I can't see that many masks. I'll be honest with you. I can't. All I can see really is a lot of beards. Yeah. A lot of beards and no masks on. So as far as I can see here, they don't really seem to think much about CV-19. It doesn't stop them being normal and doing their thing. Thousands of people. Now, why are they showing you this? Are they showing this to annoy people? To antagonize people? To make you think, well, why is it all right for them but not for us? Why is it all right for Jerusalem but the rest of the world? That's what they want you to think. Okay, so don't fall for it. Interesting story. Okay, CV19, NHS Test and Trace was unaffected by a cyber attack at Serco. So Serco's a massive company with their you know, their fingers in all kinds of pies. They're all kinds of schemes going on at Serco. Okay, and one of the things that they do is they deal with test and trace. Okay, now they're saying that they've been attacked. A cyber attack on Serco. Now, how do we know that's true? We don't know that's true. All I would say is probably a fake story to make you scared of the fact that all this vital information is sort of at risk, you know, because they've been hacked, supposedly. Yeah? So you ask yourself whether it's real or not. Why would they do this? Again, to spread fear and panic that they have your details and they're at risk. That's what I would say. On a separate sort of note now, I don't want to get into this too much for the simple fact that, again, I think another story to antagonise. So head teacher is going to reveal his sexuality to pupils in an online video message. So pupils have already got loads of trauma as it is, not knowing when they're going to school, when they're not going to school, when they're going to do their exams, whether they're not going to do their exams, whether they're, you know, life will ever be the same. But now this head teacher thinks it is very important that he lets everyone know his sexuality. That's the most important thing right now. Yeah, and he must do it in an online video as well. Again, I don't care about your sexuality. I just figure I don't really see how it's any business of the school pupils and why you feel like you need to push it as well, to be quite honest with you. And it says a head teacher from a leading private school is about to make education history by coming out. So he's one of the first, yeah? Again, question why? Why is it important now? Okay, so we are now in February, everyone. In February, there is everything to hope for and nothing to regret. What I'd like us to do is try to make February a good month. Try, okay? Forget January. Let's start with February, make it a good month. And then we take it month to month. And how we do this is by getting more people on our side. Unite the people. Support the people. Build a community. Advise. Support. Adapt. Innovate. Yeah? So please, look at this with optimism. It's a new month. Forget January. Forget last year. Let's start afresh. Let's make February a good month, and let's make the rest of this year as good as we can. The power is in our hands. We can't just let it lie, guys. We can't just let it lie, okay? So, I want you to look at this picture, okay? I want you to look at this picture. So I want you to look at this picture. And that sunlight is the truth. Okay, that's our truth. And that truth is very bright and it shines through all kinds of obstacles. Okay? We need as many people to see that light, to see that shining truth. We need as many people to see it and follow it and make it bigger. Increase the size of that truth. Increase the size of that light. Get more people on our side. Make them realise that the people who are putting them in fear are their enemy. Okay? And it's not just Boris Johnson, Nick Hancock, Chris Whitty, Rishi Sunak, Priti Patel. It's not just them. Okay, it's people online, and these people you're gonna think that they're just normal people. They are not. They are army, they are police, and they are being paid to make sure that you do not unite with your fellow brother and sister. Okay, they are there to make sure that you think that these fake staged events like the London protests where they use crisis actors and pretend like they're getting arrested are there to scare the populace into not doing anything about this crime of the century, this crime against humanity. Okay, They are being paid money to stop us uniting. They are being paid money to scare the population. These people are using terrorism against their own people. This is domestic terrorism, okay? State-sponsored terrorism against their own people, okay? So don't be under the illusion that this is going to be an easy fight. It isn't, okay? But nothing that's worth doing is easy, okay? So going back to the photo, this is our light. This is our shining truth. It goes through all obstacles until everyone sees it. Now, whether they react to that light is another matter, but we have to shine the light to give them as fair opportunity as possible. Yeah? Think of us carrying a massive lantern in the darkness, illuminating the landscape for everyone so that they can see exactly where they're going. So they see that they're going straight off a cliff, or going straight into a cave, or into a snake pit. Yeah? You give them the opportunity by shining the light, letting them know where they are going, where they are headed, how they're being deceived. Whether they act upon it or just follow, it's up to them. But at least we tried. Okay? So it's very important to keep the light shining. Keep the light shining. Be good to your fellow human being. Help them, support them, advise them, comfort them. Guide them, educate them, be patient with them. Yeah? Okay. So let's end it with this picture here. Just for a bit of a laugh. Because it's very important that we have a laugh now and then. Okay? It's very important that we have a laugh now and then. Because life is very serious. And they want you to be in fear. They don't want you to enjoy music. They don't want you to watch sports. They don't want you to be creative. They don't want you to escape. They want you in a state of perpetual fear and darkness. Okay? And they employ all these snakes and actors to stand there on TV and lie to you and make you panic and make you worried and make you anxious. And just bear in mind that anxiety and stress can actually cause illness. So even if there is no virus or no whatever it might be, constantly put you in fear about getting it could cause you to become ill yourself. Okay? So it's very important that you stay happy, you stay positive, you escape when you can. You know, you're creative, you go for a walk, you spend time in nature, you spend time with children, you spend time with animals, you support the vulnerable, you communicate with those who feel isolated. That's what my community is about, okay? My community is there to help us feel stronger, to make us feel part of something bigger, okay? So I'd recommend that anyone watching this for the first time, let your family and friends know about this channel. And let's become bigger as a community. And let's see if we can stop what's going on. Because none of us want to grow up in a world where little children wear masks. Where little children see their parents wear masks. Where children are encouraged to stay away from each other. That's not a world that I want to live in. For my children, your children, their children, our grandchildren, whoever. Okay? It's time to stand up. It's time to unite people. It's time to expose the liars for what they are. Spread the knowledge. Yeah? It's very important, guys. I have no agenda apart from wanting to do the right thing. Okay? And the right thing is to spread that light. Spread that truth. Make it more powerful. Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. What a great channel, what a great community this is. I feel so proud. I feel so proud that we only have people here with true intentions. We only have people here who are not liars, who are not scumbags. We only have good people here who want the best for their families, for your families. Who want to stand up, who want to change things, who were not happy with this new normal. So with that being said, please hit like, share this channel, subscribe to this channel. They will never stop the truth. The truth is here for all to see, and we shine it like that light, that sun coming through the trees. Whatever obstacles, the light shines through. We are the ones holding the lantern so those can see the landscape, so they can see the snake pit, so they can see the cliff edge, so they can see the cave. We illuminate the darkness with truth, and we ask those who were with us to stand up and unite as one people, regardless of race, religion, class, creed. Okay? So, this is John Overkill. No new normal. Unite the people to fight the evil. Knowledge is power. Peace, liberty and justice for all. We are anti-mask, anti-lockdown, anti-vaccine, and we are pro-truth and pro-choice and pro-informed opinion to therefore make the correct choice. So from my family to your family, peace and blessings everyone. This is John Overkill, and we are over and out. And we will be back very soon. Do not worry about that. We will hold this lantern forever to illuminate the landscape for any who need it. Do you understand me? We are the light bringers, the truth givers. We share our knowledge. We don't hide it like Freemasonics do. We don't keep it hidden. That's what occult means. It means hidden, to hide knowledge. We do not do that. We share the knowledge, and that's why they are so scared of this channel. And that's why they make their own channels to try and attack us, because they're scared of the information that has already exposed them. Think of it as damage limitation, but the truth was out there months ago. Their world is collapsing around them as we speak. Karma is a wonderful thing, and like I've said millions of times, me and my close circle, when our head hits that pillow, we have no guilt whatsoever, because we know that we are doing the right thing for ourselves and for humanity. So take care everyone. Peace and blessings.